What's going on, everyone? So today we're going to be talking about Discord. Discord is equally as important as my YouTube channel. They definitely coincide with each other. They work with each other. And the thing that's unique about Discord is that you can message me and I get the alert. You tag my name or you private message me and we can go back and forth. I chat every day with people, guys. I'm committed to this channel and over on Discord every day. Sometimes one of my chats back and forth can last an hour, and I can't always help people, but I'm going to do everything in my power to help people. Recently, I had someone private message me about their finances. They're trying to get some debt paid off, and they were asking me some questions about that. And as you know, by watching this channel, I had a Step One Finance channel. I am very passionate about debt, about paying debt off, and about finances. And like I told them, and I'm going to tell you right now, I claim to be a professional nothing. This is something I'm just passionate about, and I have learned a lot about over the years. So if I could help somebody else do the same thing, then I will. But remember, I am not a professional. All right, with that being said, Discord, we have over 170 members over there. People are constantly helping out each other. Like I said, I'm going to get the pictures later on. People send me their pictures over in Discord. I'm going to move to the side so I can show you this. This is the Discord, guys. You got chat rooms. The chat rooms are all the way over here to the left. So you could click a chat room. We got case selection video. It's case selection at the bottom where you can click on those and you can scroll through and see what people are talking about over there. They're constantly helping each other, posting pictures of their work, and then people are over there critiquing their work. Over to the right, you see all the members. And they're all the members that are in Discord. Like I said, right now we have over 170. You see one of my posts up here. I posted something just saying where my upcoming videos are. So that's another unique thing about being over there is I do post where my upcoming videos are, so you know when I'm posting. Just, guys, simplistic, but it's a lot, it's very useful. So over on the right where you see the members, well, you'll see me over there. So if you wanted to private message me, I have actually two. I have one for mobile and one for my desktop. The one for mobile is definitely the one that is, I get back to more quickly. The one on the desktop, I check once a day, but you click on my name and you could chat with me. You could send me a private message, or if you want it to be public and you want other people to help out, you just post it in one of the chat rooms that are over to the left. So guys, this is what the Discord looks like. It is always going to be free. I will never charge for Discord. So that is something else that is just going to be nice about that. It's just, and you guys are, like I said, they work with each other. You're feeding me information for my YouTube channel. And I'm just going to keep growing this Discord, and I think it's unique because it's people from all over the world. So let's get to a couple of Discord pictures. Keep sending me your pictures on Discord. I do get flooded sometimes with pictures. I'm trying to, I'm catching up, guys. I've been organizing a lot of stuff, and we're going to start talking about people's Discord palettes. So hopefully I can help you out if one of these palettes are yours. All right, so the first one I want to look at, I just put out a video recently about moving cases to the end of the palette, filling up that palette. I put some white lines on the imaginary lines where these, this is just insane. Guys, take some pride in your work, okay? If you put a case down, this green box, and it's hanging off a good foot, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. This is ridiculous. So, honestly, the bottom of their palette, look at the gap at the bottom. So the case that's on the corner hanging off the side of the palette has no reason to be hanging off the side of the palette. Guys, if you put a case down and you start driving your jack and that case starts rocking off, don't just leave it there. Push it back on the pallet. Once you put weight on it, it's not going to dance off your pallet when you start driving your jack, but this is just ridiculous. And here's another one. Probably the same person, same order. This is just insane. Guys, if it doesn't fit, it doesn't need to go there. You find another home for that case. So a couple more pallets that I could have put on, or you stack them to the edge of your pallet. This is to the edge and they're jumping off. All right, guys, so this theory picture right here, I want to show you off Discord. Like I said, this is not a bad palette, but you notice my imaginary lines going up. The right side of your palette looks perfect. It is not bad at all. When you stack on top of the juice there, that the yellow-orange juices, you tend to lose a little bit of your edge, and you did, because it's like here, and then they funnel in a little bit, and people stack at the top of top of the bottle instead of where the cardboard is on the bottom of that box. So, but you came back out again. You found your edge again. But just remember, when you stack those juices down that are 6 in a container, you want to bring a case a little bit over where the top of those necks are. And on the right side, I got these 2 arrows down here. One of the reasons why I hate slip sheets, because on your first layer that you stacked after a slip sheet, you started stacking at the end of the slip sheet instead at the end of the case on the row below it. And that is one of the major things that people do. Don't stack at the end of the slip sheet. Look below that slip sheet and see where that case is and try to be relatively close to where that, line up with that case. And that's where your pallet went wrong on the far side of this. You stacked at the end of the slip sheet and you kept it there the whole way up. So definitely watch out for that. But other than that, very well stacked pallet. All right, this next picture is just comical to me. This is all ice cream. I mean, this is just, could you imagine cutting this open at the store? I mean, they were literally going to have to cut the top, peel a layer off, cut the top, peel a layer off the whole way down. Otherwise, this whole thing's going to go. And that's even if it made it. I mean, this thing's already rocking this way. So it's a possibility that this didn't even make it. It probably fell over in the truck. What a mess. And honestly, that would be a very difficult pallet to stack. Yeah, but this is pretty bad. So this Discord pallet that I'm going to look at, it's not bad. It's not a bad pallet. We got a couple holes in here that we needed to fill. Where I got my 2 white lines with the arrow, that layer right there, you have 3 cases that are pretty equal. The white case in the middle, I would not have kept it there. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't need to go there. If I'm putting a case down and it's on an angle like that, and that case is leaning, then it's not going there. And I'm not going to squeeze it in there to force, something to be pushed out. So if I put a case down and it's leaning, I'm putting it somewhere else. The red box on the other side is not equal with the cases on the other side. These 2 cases over here that you kept side by side. What I would have done is put the red box up here. Anytime I get a case that's not lining up perfectly, I just put on the next layer. And if I have to keep stacking up, I will. And then all your broths, they look like broths over here. You got the 4 cases of broths. They would have stacked real nicely on the corner here below my bottom white line. Where you have your 2 cases, right on top of the 2 cases where you have that red case, all those broths would have stacked perfectly over there. Remember guys, you get a box that's not flimsy or like maybe not sturdy enough to stack on, or if it's not lining up, just put it on the next level. Anytime I got a case that I don't know what to do with, it just goes on the next level and I'll find a place for it later. So, but other than that, very nice pallet. It's square, and I always say that's one of the biggest things is keeping your pallet nice and square. Maybe work on turning some cases like your broths up here, facing back. When you have a lot of smaller cases, you want to sort of get away from my cross and tee because you're more trying to fill in layers whenever you have smaller cases. But other than that, good pallet. But just work on filling in those gaps and I think you'll be fine. All right, this pallet right here, I don't think I've ever seen anyone stack out of a bin, but somebody did. So I don't know what they got in this bin, if it's salt or, I'm trying to think of what comes in bins, but I don't know. I would have never have done this, especially if I had a high cube. The only way I would have kept it in the bin if my cube was like 30. This cube is like, it's too high. It's too big. Whatever the contents were in that bin that they decided to just keep the contents in there, I would have took them out. I would have took the time to take them out of the bin and stack them on my pallet properly. But yeah, this is the first for me. I've never seen anybody stack out of a bin like this. So yeah, it's pretty unique. You see it all, guys. All right, these next 2 produce pallets, I say that produce, you can call them stack. You can call them stack. And when you have a chance to tie in, you want to tie in. I said, sometimes you can call them, you're forced to call them stack and then you're tying in at the top row. When you have an opportunity to tie in, you want to tie in. This here, the only thing I would say about these next 2 pallets is if you had no opportunity to tie in, I would at least throw some wrap around it. All this stuff that says Hong Kong over here, I'm guessing it's broccoli or something to that nature. That column, I see those people do that all the time in our produce warehouse, and they fall constantly. I would have tried where my arrow's at. I would have tried to tie this in. I would have tried to tie this in, and that would have been maybe just alternating these cases instead of keeping all these cases here. Maybe right where my arrow is, if you would have put a broccoli in the middle and one of these avocados or whatever they are in the middle and put it on the other side. Just swap some cases around to try to level out. But I would have tried to tie that in midway if I could. And you have some different size cases, so you probably could have, and you just don't realize that you could have. But once again, just throw some wrap around it. But it's all in all, if it gets out the door and it's wrapped, I don't think the pallet's going to go anywhere. But yeah, when you can tie in, you want to tie in. And that's the same thing on this one right here. Right where my arrow is at, I would have probably tried to tie in. These Fresh Express could be turned on their sides because this whole pallet, this is basically like our produce warehouse. All these products are in the same aisle at our produce warehouse. And these Fresh Expresses, if I turn them on their side, I like to turn them on their side in the middle. And if you would have turned one of those Fresh Expresses on their side in the middle, you might have been able to get a level place. You know what I mean? A level lane where you could start stacking cases the opposite direction. So just something to consider. They're not bad pallets. I'm actually kind of shocked that these did not fall on you, because usually when you stack that high as a column stack, usually they tip over. So that's all I would do, is focus on trying to tie in when possible. All right, guys, the last two pictures we're going to look at are some freezer pictures. This one right here, and both of them are very well stacked. I would not have put that pallet up there. It almost looks like it's up over your head, unless a high lift put it up there for you, a forklift. If a forklift put it up there for you, okay. But then again, the person at the store got to take that down. They don't have forklifts at the store. So someone's got to reach up there and start dragging that. And these white pallets, they get stuck on the cases. And I just always think of the people at the store. Someone trying to take that pallet off can seriously get hurt at the store. You remember, we deal with this day in and day out. We are used to handling pallets. We are used to throwing these pallets. We're used to them catching on the product. We know how to maneuver them and rock them off. People at the store do not do this on a daily basis. All right, so it's different for them and they can get hurt. I don't agree with the pallet up there. But other than that, this pallet is beautifully stacked. Can't get any better than this. If you work in a produce warehouse, a freezer warehouse, you want to check out this pallet because it's a very well stacked pallet. All right, guys, and the last one I want to show is this one right here. Just another perfectly stacked frozen food pallet, freezer pallet. You know, keeping things level, the bottom layer, nice base, level, and then they start tying in. They tied in their top Egos, all the Egos they have up above. See how we go, guys? We get a base, we tie in. And then look, he's got 3 columns, and then he ties in. Every layer does not have to be tied in. But the name of the game is to try to keep it level. Look at his outsides. That middle column in the middle of this pallet is just a hair lower. That's what you want. You want stuff coming into the middle of the pallet. Higher cases on the corner, lower cases on the inside. You do it the opposite way, it's always going to make a pallet look crappy. So guys, those are Discord pictures for today. Like I said, keep sending me your pictures on Discord. I am going to keep doing these, because I appreciate you guys. And hopefully I get on a pallet that you guys wanted me to critique, and hopefully I hit one of those up today. So that's it, guys. Subscribe to the channel, Discord. That link is in the description below. And I welcome you guys to join that, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.